Hello and welcome to the Asanas of week 1. This week we are still focused on building positive habits and yoga as a whole. This practice was inspired by Life is Tremendous, Charlie Tremendous Jones's leadership law number 1, which is learning to get excited about your work. And this class in particular, physically has a lot of twists in it. So here we go. Today we'll begin standing in mountain pose or Tadasana. Take a minute to be aware of your muscles and your skeleton. Open your palms face forward. Close your eyes and imagine a string gently pulling up from the crown of your head and aligning every single vertebrae of your spine. Breathe here with your eyes closed and connect to your intention for this practice. Maybe your intention for today, or your week, your year, or your life. And on your next inhale, you can open your eyes and lift your hands over your head, arms by your ears. And then exhale into forward fold. And inhale into halfway lift. And exhale into forward fold. Step back into high plank. Keep exhaling for low push-up, and then a big inhale for upward facing dog. Then a big exhale to down dog. Now breathe here. Lift your hips as high as you can. Stretch your heels to the mat. Your feet should be about hip width apart. And we just did the first round of Sun Salutation A. We're going to go through it again, except this time twice as slow. So on your next exhale, bottom of your breath, step or jump your feet to your hands into forward fold. Then inhale slowly all the way up to standing. Take a breath. And inhale your arms up over your head by your ears. Breathe. Exhale, forward fold. Take a breath. Inhale, halfway lift. With a breath. Now big exhale to forward fold, stepping back into high plank. Take a few breaths here. On your next exhale, slowly lower down to low push-up. And inhale to upward facing dog. And breathe. Feel your chest expand. And exhale into downward facing dog. Breathe here. Relax your neck. Let your head hang. Make sure your hips are lifted. Pedal out your feet if you would like to. And at the bottom of the next breath, step or jump your hands to your feet into forward fold. And then slowly on an inhale, raise up to standing. Picture rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. Back into Tadasana. Now inhale, your arms overhead. And then exhale into a forward fold. You're going to breathe here. If you want to clasp your elbows into a rag doll and hang, go ahead and do so. Breathe. Now place your hands on the mat and step your feet back into downward facing dog. Breathe here for a minute and gently lift your right leg into three-legged dog. And if you want to roll around your ankle if you'd like, open up your hip. Now step your right foot through your hands and come up into low lunge. And keep your hands on the ground here. Breathe. On the inhale, raise your arms up into warrior one. Essentially, it's a high lunge. And imagine that your feet are on train tracks. So they're not going to be right in line with each other. It helps keep your hips straight. Your feet should be about a leg's length apart and sink into the stretch. Breathe. Now we'll transition into warrior two. So turn your back foot out to where it's almost a 90-degree angle and parallel to the short edge of your mat. You want to cartwheel your left arm backwards to open up your body to face to the left while you stretch your right arm right out in front of you. It may be helpful if you widen your feet a little bit. And if you can, you want to create a 90-degree ankle with your front knee. Your knee should be tracking straight forward, and your gaze should be right over your right hand. Breathe. On your next exhale, drop your left arm to the back of your left thigh and inhale to reverse warrior. Lift your right arm straight up, reaching to the sky, and do your best to gaze up towards your right hand. And the lower you sink your left hand, the better of a stretch you're going to get. So on your inhale, fill all the way up, and then on your exhale, try to sink a little bit deeper into the stretch. And on your next inhale, slide back into warrior two, and then exhale to bring your right forearm to your right thigh to extended side angle. Now inhale to extend your left fingertips up to the sky, open in your chest. And breathe. And if you're able to keep your shoulders stacked, feel free to drop your right hand toward the floor, down to the inside of your right foot. Just open up towards your fingers. Breathe. And on your inhale, straighten your front knee into a triangle pose. You want to keep your chest open and your shoulders stacked. And we'll breathe here. And on your out breath, bring your left hand down. We're going to try the reverse triangle. This may not look perfect. So bring your left hand down and face the front of your mat. Place your left hand on the outside of your right foot. And place your right hand on your lower back or your sacrum to make sure that your hips are straight. Lean into that left hand to then open up your right arm to twist your upper back, opening up to the right. Breathe. This may not look pretty, just do your best. Breathe. And on your exhale, drop your right arm. Reset your left hand on the outside of your front foot. Step back into high plank. Exhale into low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. Breathe. And for the other side, on your inhale, lift your left leg into three-legged dog. Feel free to twist your ankle or roll it around to get a good stretch. Breathe here. Now gently shift your left foot, position it between your two hands, and step up, or I guess I should say come up into a low lunge. Breathe here. If you need to drop your back knee, that's totally fine. Just breathe. And on your inhale, come up into Warrior One. Raise your arms by your ears. Breathe. make your way into Warrior 2. So spin that back foot outward to that 90-degree angle. Open up your arms. Make a 90-degree angle with your front knee. Make sure it's tracking forward. Breathe. Make sure you keep your shoulders over your hips, and your lower abdomen can draw in to lengthen your tailbone toward the floor. Breathe here. Your gaze should be over your front middle finger. And on your next exhale, drop your right arm to the back of your right thigh and come into reverse warrior. Want your left arm straight up, reaching with each exhale. Deepen the stretch. Breathe. And on your next exhale, slide back into Warrior 2. Bring your left forearm to your left thigh. Inhale your right fingertips up to the sky into extended side angle. Breathe here. And on your next inhale, straighten that front knee. Stay open. Come into triangle pose. Breathe here. Breathe. Here we're going to try a reverse triangle again. So on your out breath, bring your right hand down, face the front of your mat, and place your right hand on the outside of your left foot. Place your left hand on your lower back, your sacrum, just to ensure that your hips are aligned and straight. Then press into your right hand, and on your inhale, lift your left arm up to the sky. So twist your upper back. This may not look pretty. Just breathe. Do your best. I know I struggle to keep my balance on this one. Just breathe.
exhale, drop your left arm, set your right hand on the outside of your front foot, step back into high plank. Breathe here. On your exhale, come into low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog. And then exhale into downward facing dog. We'll take a few breaths here. At the bottom of your breath, step or hop your feet to your hands into forward fold. And then inhale into chair pose. So raise your arms over your head where your biceps are in line with your ears. The angle at which your arms are pointing upward should align with your spine. Sit back to make your thighs as close to parallel with the floor as you can. Breathe here. Feel it. Breathe. And on your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, lift through the crown of your head. Pull your thighs back farther down to lengthen your spine. And on your exhale, hook your left elbow outside of your right thigh. As low as you can get it, press your palms together to twist into a revolved chair. Pull your palms down towards your navel. Push your top hand to get that stretch. Now, if you like, open your arms wide into a straight line, pressing your left arm against your right thigh to leverage that twist a little bit deeper. Breathe. And on your next exhale, untwist. With your hands at your heart. Inhale again to lift through the crown of your head. Pull your thighs farther down if you can. Lengthen your spine, and on your next exhale, hook your right elbow on the outside of your left thigh to get a revolved chair and twist on the other side. Now push your top hand down to twist a little bit further. And if you'd like, drop your right hand and open up all the way to the side to maximize the twist. Just breathe. And from here, inhale back to chair pose after you untwist. Exhale into forward fold, and then head into tabletop. From here, push your hips back and extend your arms forward to child's pose. Just be here. Now step or push back into tabletop. Lift your right arm in front of you and then thread your right arm under your left arm to where your right shoulder and your right ear are pressing on the floor. You can bend your left elbow a little bit to get in the full thread the needle stretch. Breathe here. Now gently unwind and come back up into tabletop. And we'll switch sides. So lift your left arm in front of you, thread your left under your right arm, and make sure your left shoulder and ear are on the floor. Feel that stretch and breathe. You can gently unwind. Make your way to tabletop. Now come into child's pose if you want. Take your time. But gently make your way to be flat on your back into Shavasana. Once you get here, close your eyes, open your palms with your arms by your side. Gently let your toes splay out and just breathe here. And as we enter our Shavasana, we're going to meditate on the first law of leadership from Charlie Tremendous Jones's Life is Tremendous. And the first law of leadership is learning to get excited about your work. Now, this is a law that cannot fail. It's a law that stands up. Now, this is a lot different than saying the first law of leadership is work. Once in a while, you'll hear a guy saying, "Show me a man who will work and I will show you a success." And I say, "You show me a man who will say that and I will show you an idiot." Work in itself will not do it. I know, I almost worked myself out of existence a dozen times. Why do some people work and work and work and work and never have anything to show for it? And yet some people don't seem to work and they have great results. The first law of leadership is not work as we usually think of it, though it takes work, but learning to get excited about your work. Choose to employ enthusiasm in your work. And there is nothing that can make you more excited about your work than a sense of its importance and urgency. I believe that the fires of inspiration and greatness in our hearts can be kept burning only by developing this sense of urgency and importance in our work. Not the work I'm going to do, not the work I wish I could do, but the work I'm doing right now. A sense of urgency in your work informs you that yesterday is gone forever and tomorrow may never come, but today is in your hands. It lets you know that shirking today's work will add to tomorrow's burden. It helps you accomplish the tasks that today sets before you. gently bring your awareness to where you are. Wiggle your toes and your fingers with your eyes closed. Breathe. With your eyes closed, make your way to one side or another and push your way back up into a seated position. Breathe. Smile. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Take a deep breath. Namaste. Have a great day.